Hey y'all, this is Hollywood Divas episode 1. So if you have not seen it, don't worry, I put the link down below in the description box. Go ahead, hit your girl up with that like, alright? So, I know the camera's a little off y'all, but it's alright. So we're gonna get into this. First off, let me tell you who's in it, alright? So it's Countess Vine. People know her as Kim from the Moesha and the Parkers, or what is it? Elizabeth or something? Alexandra from 227. Then it's Paula J. Walker. Paula J. Parker. And she's from, of course, Hustle and Flow. Friday, she was during Friday. She was the mom on the Proud Family. She's been on a lot of shows or whatever. Next is Golden Brooks. We know her as Maya from Girlfriends. That's about all we know her from. And it's Lisa Wu. Lisa Wu is from Real Housewives of Atlanta, the first couple of seasons. And did I name everybody? Oh yeah, and it's Elise Neal. We know her from the Hughleys, the All of Us, and Hustle and Flow. Alright, so let's get into it. So first off, Paula J is in the hotel with her husband and her son because basically she feels like since she married an outsider, which was, her husband was a her husband was a production assistant or whatever that is, or a production assistant on a movie that she was on. And she feels like her friends just stopped fucking with her. Her friends in Hollywood stopped fucking with her because, she wasn't dating an actor anymore. She was dating somebody that was on, production. And she said she's been blackballed. She hasn't been able to get a movie, nothing like that. Then she ended up having a baby, made it even worse. She hasn't been able to get anything for having a baby with with her husband. And she starts crying, and her husband like, don't worry, those are really not your friends. And truthfully, if they really blackballed you because you were not dating anybody that was an actor or an entertainer, then yeah, those are not your friends. They are just not. I mean, I don't blame them. But they have lost their house. They're living in an extended stay hotel, a 1-bedroom at that, with the 3 of them. And she just worries about trying to get an acting job. So she says she just wants to come up with a project with black actresses so they can all get together and do their own thing. She says it's hard for black actresses, especially over the age of 40. Nobody's checking for them. So, but yeah, that's what you do, girl. You done worked with Wayne, his brother, and stuff like that. You need to take, get some advice from them because that's what they do. They don't sit there and wait on movies to come to them. They make their own damn movies. So go ahead and do it. She said she loves directing more than she likes acting. So do the damn thing. So next is Countess Vine. Countess Vine or whatever. She's talking about how since since the Parkers, she really hasn't had a role because she ended up getting married, having kids, slowed down a little bit, took a little bit of a break. And, then on top of that, she put on a lot of weight. I've seen her on a Celebrity Fit Club some years ago. She even put weight on that show. She didn't lose any, she gained. But she says now that she wants to have liposuction so she can get her curves and, and be a slimmer woman, and so that she will stop being cast as the fat maid. And it's like, if anybody's ever paid attention to Countess, especially if you watch Celebrity Fit Club, anything like that, you would know that Countess has, she has very, very bad insecurities. She does not like the way she looks. I remember her saying on Celebrity Fit Club that she wants to be in the centerfold and stuff like that. She needs to find love within herself. She might need a little bit of therapy or whatever. But she's a good person, period. So, Countess goes with Shar. Shar Jackson is, she's not on the show. She's just Countess' friend. They said they've known each other way before Moesha. Because they used to run into each other for, acting roles and stuff like that. And that has been her sister for about 20 years now. So they go to the doctor, and Constance tells Shar that she wants to get a tummy tuck. And Shar was like, girl, that hurt. That hurts. And she was like, what? She was like, they suck the fat out you, I guess. They take the fat out you, not suck it out. Then they pull your skin down, and they sew you back up. And Constance was like, okay, I guess I get lipo again. Okay, lipo doesn't always last either. You can, you can put the weight back on. Okay, lipo don't last forever, boo. So if you want to make a difference in your body, you need to work on yourself and just try to work out the regular way. Eat right, work out. Okay, because you can't keep getting surgery trying to lose your stomach. Like, do some work. I feel for Constance. I actually like her. So they go in. The doctor tells them, yeah, I can do all this work. I can give you liposuction. We can get rid of the belly. I can, give you a little bit more booty. I do a Brazilian butt lift. Look at my wife right there. And it's a picture of his wife. He's like, yeah, she's won for best body. It's like, ain't that shit unfair? How you gonna win for best body if your body was made, like, you went to a doctor to get that shit done? Anyways, Countess like, oh, okay, yeah. And they start, Countess and Shar, they talking about coochies, getting the coochie done, and he's like, yeah, I can make it tighter and stuff for you, and you gonna be calling my name when you doing it. But yeah, that's about it for the little doctor saying that she's gonna get her some lipo. Shar's gonna get some along with her as support. But good for them, not. Anyways, next subject. So next is Paula is going to Elise Neal. Elise Neal has a show that she does, almost like burlesque, I guess, and it's called Elise and the Assorted Flavors. Now, Elise said, and I've heard her say this a long time ago, that the Pussycat Dolls one time came to the show and was in awe of watching them, and they took that routine that they did, and they made that into the Pussycat Dolls. And Elisa's really like feeling herself. She's like, I'm a triple threat. I'm 48 and I'm proud of it. And if I want to be on the road, I could be on the road. And she's, auditioning or whatever. She's about to, but then Paula walks in. She's like, Paula, like, I ain't seen you in 8 or 9 years. And Paula's like, hey, what's up? I really just wanted to ask you. I got a mosquito bite, I think, y'all. Anyways, Paula's just like, I just really wanted to ask you if y'all are going, would you like to be in my film? And Elisa's like, yeah, sure. That's great. I will do that, okay. And then Paula starts to be like, okay, and I just want to talk. And Elisa's like, you want to talk about the movie? You want to tell me something about it or anything like that? She's like, no, right now I just want to talk about myself. And Elisa's like, okay, girl, well, go ahead. And Paula starts to be like, I'm homeless. We've been homeless for a while. And Elisa's like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Come here, girl. Come here. Oh, no, come here, girl. And then Paula, Elisa's asking her, like, how long have you been homeless? And Paul is just like, it doesn't even really matter because I'm not coming here to ask for a handout or anything. I haven't asked anybody for anything. We lost our house and everything. I'm not asking anybody for anything. And, Elisa's like, okay, well, how long have you been homeless? And Paul's like, I don't really want to talk about that. It was that, since that, the last movie I did or whatever, it just really kind of just like blackballed me. When I got married, it seemed like everybody turned on me. And they fired him. Like, why? Because I'm married now? Like, I don't see what the problem is. And Elisa's like, well, let me tell you something. I was mad at you because you just let everybody know that y'all were married. Like, on the set. And it was like, okay, I'm all for love, but you could have waited till after the movie was done to, even tell everybody that y'all had been married. And, Paul was like, I get that, but still, I still don't see why everybody would start blackballing me, stop calling me, everything. And then she was like, yeah, everybody was mad at you because, you didn't wait. You could have waited to tell everybody that you were married. You just made things, bad. And, they in their confessionals or whatever, and Elisa's like, Paula said she got blackballed from the movie more because it's more like she blackballed herself. Alright? She didn't call anybody when she got married. She didn't keep in contact with anybody. She didn't, try to keep up her relationship. She blackballed herself. And I'm like, damn. Okay. Okay then. So next is, hold on y'all. Next is Golden Brooks. Shit. Next is Golden Brooks. Golden Brooks Meyer or whatever from Girlfriends. So she's meeting up with her agent because she has taken a break. She took a break before when she had a child, so she wanted to take a break, had a baby, you raise it, give it a little nurturing, whatever. So she starts crying to her agent about how, she really just needs to work, like, because she doesn't understand why nobody's really hiring her. And he's like, well, that's fine, it's a show coming up that's already been, greenlit, so, we're gonna try to see what that do. And she's like, okay, well, that's good. So, Golden goes to acting class. Guess who's at acting class? Countess Vine is there. And Countess is like, hey! She gets up and give her a hug. Hey girl, how you doing? Anybody ever notice that Countess, voice a little raspy, a little bit deeper. I hope that's not something that's going to, mess up her singing. Because she's a great singer. But anyways, Countess gets up and hugs Golden, and Golden's like, oh hey, hi, how you doing? And Countess like, yeah, you were on the episode of The Parkers, right? And it's been a while. She was like, yeah, when I played the bartender, yeah. And then Golden goes in the back seat. Sits in the back of the damn class, and Countess is all the way in the front. And, that she's kind of like turning back around, smiling at Golden, and the Golden's like, turn around, bitch. And then, eventually, Golden comes to the front of the class. It's like, why are you all the way in the back? Why are you acting like that? And the acting coach or whatever, he starts talking about what he wants them to do. He wants them to get up and talk and act as if you're talking to someone else. So, he picks Countess and Golden because they're in the front. So they get up and Countess is like, you, and she's acting, you are always late. Why are you always late? And, Golden is like, you are always on time. Why? Yeah. And then Countess is like, yeah, I am. I'm always on time. And then Golden is like, well, no, Countess is like, well, maybe you should be like me since I'm always on time. And, Golden's like, well, okay then. Alright. I don't like your eyeshadow. And Countess not Countess, Golden is in her confession like, is she acting or is she really talking to me? And she was like, with that yellow eyeshadow. I'm like, really? Why are we being mean on the first episode? Wow, like you have no reason to be shady to this girl. Like, for real? Is it because she your competition? I don't understand that. Why you being mean to her? She's not being mean to you. So they go sit down, and Countess is like, well, hey, my friend Paula J. Parker or whatever, she's having this little get-together, and, I just wanted to invite you. I want you to come along with me. And, God, I always want to call this girl Maya. Golden's like, sure, I love Paula. Yeah, I will go. Absolutely. She's great. So, next is Lisa Wu. Lisa Wu from the Housewives or whatever. She said that little do people know that Lisa Wu has been well established in the film industry before Housewives. Now, what I remember from Lisa being on the Housewives, that was some years ago. She's a very driven person, very business, I think she had real estate business, and her husband was a football player and stuff like that. She had different businesses going on, okay? She wasn't like a typical housewife or anything like that. But she says that she's had film career before, she's done movies before, she's made movies with her husband, she's, I guess, done directing or whatever like that, and, she wants people to take her serious. People are just going to think, well, you're a reality star, that's all you are, but she's going to prove them differently. So Lisa Wu is acting out with Ty Bridges. And at first I was like, Ty Bridges do acting? He give acting lessons. And then I realized they both were being, coached. So, honey, you go ahead and do you, okay? Don't listen to nobody say. But anyways, we're going to get into that. So, Paula ends up walking with Lisa. They out walking hills or whatever, some shit like that, out in Hollywood. And Paula is basically trying to invite Lisa to her project that she's putting together for the movie or whatever. And Lisa's like, yeah, because I'm from LA, but I'm not used to everybody in Hollywood. And Paula's like, yeah, you just got to really, stay for yourself, stay to yourself. You can't trust all these women. And she's like, you know what, not Paula. She's like, you know what, Lisa, you will get a job because, you're beautiful and you're smart. And Lisa's like, well, that's a compliment, but I don't want a job because I'm how I look. And I feel that. So anyways, we're going to get up to the main event. So, Lisa, Paula, Countess, all them heifers, they're about to eat. First, it's Countess and Countess's Berngo and it's Paula. They're all at a fancy restaurant. And Paula's like, hey, how you doing? She's talking to Golden. And she's like, how you doing or whatever? How are your girlfriends doing? She's like, oh, we're fine. We're great. And they're fine. They're great. And she's like, oh, are you talking about the girlfriends? And she was like, yeah, I'm talking about your girlfriend. And she's like, you don't remember that time at some bullshit, some event. And I got a drink thrown on me, and she's like, no. She was like, yeah, you remember because you were there. And she's like, I don't remember. Like, I don't remember. Like, but it doesn't, that was something from like 10 years ago. I don't remember. But I love you anyways. Like, there's no hard feelings or anything. She's like, oh, okay. And then Paula's in her confessional like, yeah, okay, I may forgive, but I never forget, okay? You love me now, but you didn't love me then when your girlfriend threw a drink in my face, did you? And I'm like, damn, Paula, you gotta let some of that shit go. Like, do you really expect people to remember some shit from 10 years ago? Really? And it was like, it wasn't them. It wasn't them. But anyways. So, Elise, I forgot to mention, after the conversation Paula and Elise had, about her being homeless, she says, well, what kind of women is there going to be in this damn film? Like, are you going to have women around me that's, up to my level, up to our level? And Paula's like, she's like, girl, well, if they not up to your level, I'll be in it, alright? And then Elise like, okay, cool. So, we going back to the damn dinner scene. So, Elise comes up, and she sees Golden, and she's like, oh, hey, girl, why you seen you since? It's been, what? Oh, what was it, the Grammy party last year? Or no, it was the Oscar party. No, it was the Grammy party. Was it the Oscar party? And, Countess is sitting there like, okay, awkward. And Paula's like, okay. And she's in her confession. Oh, okay. So, I know, Elise for 15 years. And when you see Golden, you just act like y'all just the best of friends. And it's like, Paula, okay, why are you acting so jealous? Girl, get over it. So then, they all start talking about, and then he's like, okay, I can deal with this, okay? Golden, yeah, I can act with her, okay? Yeah, that's gonna be good. Countess, okay, it's different, but I'm feeling her, yeah, she's a good actor too. And then, next thing you know, Lisa Wu pops up. And Elise and Golden is like, the fuck she doing here? And, Paula and Countess is being real nice to Lisa. And Lisa sits down and Countess, not Countess, and Elise is just like, well, look, I just want to know, okay, because I don't know too much about you. What have you done in acting? Seriously, what have you done? Because I don't know anything. I'm just trying to get to know you. What have you done in acting? And, Lisa is like, well, I can tell you what I have done. I've done first impressions. And, Elise is like, oh, I don't remember you. You did first impressions? And she's like, yeah, I did first impressions with you. Yeah, last year. Right? And Elise is like, wow, I really don't remember you. And it's like, damn, do you really have to be like that? So then Golden chimes in and she's like, well, I just want to let you know that, I've studied, I have masters and everything like that. I've studied, acting. This is my art. It's not a game. Okay, this is something that is not to be played with. And Lisa's like, oh, okay. And, she's like, I just want to let you know that it's something like you have to bring something more to the table than just being a reality star. And it's like, look, honey, okay? Stop the bullshit. Why is you trying this lady like that? You really feel that threatened. It's really that hard out there to get it. Like, come on now. It should be room for all of y'all. Damn, Paula's putting all of y'all in the movie. Okay? Which I'm yet to question, where the hell Paula getting the money to fund this movie from? Anyways. Sorry, I feel like I got hair in my eye. I know, too much. But anyways, it's like, why is you pressing Lisa like that? She's like, don't, I've done acting before. I've done movies and stuff like that. I take acting classes and stuff like that. And goes like, oh, okay. And it's like, why the hell are y'all giving her such a hard time? If she can act, what's the problem? Because she was on a reality star? Like, I read somebody's comment on the show already, and it says, you have a problem with her doing being a reality star, but what does this make you for being on this show? Exactly. So stop trying it, okay? Just stop it. I'm not feeling going. I'm not feeling going. Elise is smelling her, she's smelling herself too fucking much. Okay? Paula just got issues. Paula got issues. I feel like Countess is the more nicer one. She's not, even though she's the one that's been in it the longest since the 80s, and she's more humble than the rest of them. Lisa is more of, I'm just trying to get where I'm trying to get, but bitch, if you bark at me, I will bite your ass. That's what I'm getting from Lisa. Okay, so I'm feeling this show. Alright, so that's it for this. Full show down below in the description box. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Jazz Chapman. And shit, y'all be easy. Bye.